That's the kind of scene where somebody gets killed, like through the window. Like,
va a volver a la normalidad.
Ain't no going back. Oh, she ODing?
she gonna overdose.
Oh, you in trouble. What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel. Yo, season finale of Griselda. And Rekkai is in the building. Rekkai, tell the people what's going down with you, man.
Hello, Governor.
Hey, it has been a long time coming of blood, violence, drugs, cocaine, crack.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah, go figure, right? Listen, if it's your first time watching with us, episodes 1 through 6, there'll be a link in the description. You can get to it quick and make sure you stay to the very end because me and Rekkai can chop it up. Have a bit of a back and forth, if you will, regarding the series as a whole and also this episode. I promise you it's going to be tons of fun. So without any further ado, let's get started. She's still on that
Griselda
rock.
turned into a crackhead. Who is that? Is that Rafi's
Rafi's wife? Yeah, I think it was Rafi's wife.
Yeah, because that's the one who's providing her with crack. Yeah.
We still back then, okay. She using too. She might be too stupid to try to set her up.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing about Griselda, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's...
Oh, she fangirling. Oh, all the way.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She's fangirling, like, you know what I'm saying? Why is Griselda listening to a sycophant like this?
Huh? Yo no sé. Marta, yo te amo. ¡No! ¡Mentira, sí! ¡Diosas griegas de la coca, hijueputa! Las hijueputas diosas griegas de la coca.
Y'all both sound silly.
Griselda Blanco, ay, hijueputa. Ve y háblale a las hijueputas eso, a ver.
Rafa wants to have her killed for embarrassing her. The two crackheads running shit. Yeah, that's the kind of scene where somebody gets killed, like through the window. Like,
va a volver a la normalidad.
Ain't no going back. Oh, she ODing?
she gonna overdose.
Oh yeah, you die. If she die, it's a wrap.
Marta. Marta.
Oh, you in trouble. You done killed an Ochoa? Oh.
Sígueme.
Reef, you better be like, listen, man, I'm out. You doing too much.
What the fuck?
Un accidente. Una sobredosis.
Ni Fabio ni Rafa se van a creer eso. No, es más complejo que eso.
She's an Ochoa.
Mandé a seguir a Carmen. ¿Y sabes qué?
Yeah,
Fue
she went to
directo al
Syntell.
Syntell.
Todo lo que yo hice por ella.
Porque intentaste matarla también.
You
Bro,
tried
you
to
tried to
kill her. You did try to kill her.
Todo el dinero. Por eso encontraron las caletas, ¿entiendes?
Cops hit the bank, paper trail, them to the other stash houses.
Sí, tu dinero. Porque fue el hijo de Chucho. Porque fue Marta. Y también Carmen.
Yeah, all the wheels are coming off.
Se terminó tu relación con los Ochoa, Griselda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Escuchaste lo que te dije?
You need to call up Pablo.
Por lo que te perdí. Por esa puerta. ¡Para!
Escucha.
It wasn't just because of
It's
her.
her fault.
Yeah.
She made you smoke the crack.
Nothing's ever over.
No.
Siempre va a venir algo nuevo.
Hell, you were just smoking it.
Call Pablo. You need a new distro.
Botar el cuerpo. Hacerle creer que ella y yo no fuimos juntas. ¿Ah?
That sounds like crackhead talk.
Siempre quejándose de que no tenía suficiente perico.
Gente rica. Creo que el universo te está diciendo algo, Griselda.
Oh, I thought they were at Griselda's house. They're at her house.
Yeah.
Nos llevamos la coca con el cuerpo. Así Rafa va a pensar que Marta se la llevó.
Y'all really think that story gonna fly? They got it wrapped up in the carpet.
Tranquila, espérame aquí.
¿Llegó alguien?
Oh.
Rafa and John Roberts.
So at this point, you just gotta kill him.
You gotta take him out.
Yeah, at this point,
You ain't got no choice now.
There's a dead Ochoa in your house. You gotta kill him.
¿Ahora qué? ¿Qué más hiciste?
You did something else.
Estoy en problemas.
Llevo mucho tiempo pensando en esto. Yo no puedo más con esto, Griselda. No puedo más con esta vaina.
Oh, do you have Michael with you?
¿Dónde está Michael?
Está bien. Está conmigo.
¿A dónde te lo llevaste?
You dead, bro.
Ya, Darío, tú me traes a Michael ya mismo. Si no, te voy a montar una cacería.
Yeah.
She means that.
No. Lo estoy salvando de ti. Vamos, hijo.
Yeah, you a dead man, bro.
She goes to jail for a very long time.
Or the death penalty, right?
That's
That
up to
don't
the
mean
DA.
nothing. You know, she still got reach.
You expect us to believe that?
That little boy that she killed, he was 2 years old.
Se llevaron toda su mierda. Eso ya se fueron de la ciudad. Pues yo lo habría hecho si hubiera matado mucho.
Yeah.
Como me la dejaron, huevón, ¿viste? Ahí flotando en ese jacuzzi hirviendo toda en...
Damn.
Irán. Ofrece $1 millón al que diga.
Wow.
Mhm.
A milli on her head.
Yep.
Wow.
¿Vos matas a su hijo?
Dixon fue un accidente. Yo le dije a Ribe que asustara a Chu.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Scare him.
Yeah. Ain't nobody trying to hear
Tienes
that.
razón. Es una mentirosa.
Like, she even lied to herself. I sent Rivy to scare him. No, you didn't.
Iba a vender la cocaína por etapas y con cuidado para no alertar a los...
Yeah, right. You know the kind of weight you carrying? You gotta love the 80s. You could just get up and just leave and not be found for a little bit. You can't do that no way, no how in 2024. There's no such thing as just getting up and leaving.
Mira, por lo menos le puedes decir a Michael que lo quiero.
Por favor, deja de llamar.
Wonder where
She
he went.
knows who they are.
You
She
think he went back to
know.
Colombia?
You make up so much of a mess of your life in one night.
This will make you feel better, huh? What you got?
Vendí la primera tanda.
Yo tengo un plan.
I bet she does have a plan, though. Nobody can ever say she wasn't resourceful.
Sí, señor. Está en un motel en Long Beach.
Dang.
Entonces nos vamos para Los Ángeles, hijueputa. Nos vamos para Los Ángeles, hermano.
He said, let's go right now.
Right now. I used to love them Thunderbirds. Smokey and the Bandit joints, boy. You could tell me
Yeah.
nothing back about them.
Soy yo, Rivi. Rafa está en Los Ángeles y va camino al...
Yup.
Just give me a roll of fucking quarters.
Yeah, it just became a federal crime. Just like that.
Sigan jugando.
You think he's about to say I ain't coming back, or he's gonna warn him?
I don't know. The police probably getting ready to roll up on him.
¿Aló?
Griselda, Rafa va para allá. Tengo la sensación de que una vez, en otro momento, tú y yo fuimos amantes.
Adiós, Ribi.
Adiós,
Oh, wow.
Griselda Blanco.
So it's a little bit of both. He warned her, and he's about to dip.
¿Vas a venir?
No, voy a seguir tratando de llamar a Darío a ver si contesta.
She's going to try to sacrifice herself to save the boys.
Uh-huh. You think she gonna turn herself in?
Ya vamos a llegar al motel.
Sí, señor.
Dang.
Syntax is there when they pull up. Will Rivy take care of the boys?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We're all kind of scratching our heads right now about how this is gonna go down.
Griselda Blanco, you're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
You can still get touched in prison, though.
Está mal parida, se entregó ella sola.
Look at the way she looked at him. Gave him the finger.
She thought she was going to kill me? You wrong.
She knows all we got on her, these bullshit drug charges. She'll do 5 years with good behavior, protected from the cartel. She'll walk out clean.
Dang.
No. 5
years, that's it.
June,
Yeah, it's a
I
wrap.
think she already did.
That part.
Blanco's willing to plead guilty. But as you know, the entire Medellin cartel wants her head.
Oh, that's Pablo.
So in exchange for a plea, we're asking that you place her in protective custody at all times.
They said the Medellin cartel, not the Ochoas.
I'll let you know when the deal comes through.
¿Cómo así? ¿No que no íbamos a llamar a nadie?
He dicho que no vamos a llamar a nuestras putas noviecitas. Estos son negocios.
Rivy ain't coming back. Rivy's about to go down.
Who Paige?
Oswaldo Blanco is believed to be traveling with this man, Rivy Ayala. Ayala is alleged to have robbed a bank in Los Angeles a few days ago.
Yep.
And is to be considered armed and dangerous.
Turned federal the minute he pulled that gun.
Rivy is a hard man to find. The teller said it was for a roll of quarters to make a call.
Yep, and she knows.
Good thing the teller has peace of mind to get the plates, so when Miami PD put out an APB, got a hit, I'll find you anywhere. Tell us everything about you. Her faced the death penalty.
You think Rivy would squeal?
Vino a Chicago. Todo lo que necesitan.
Lo que habíamos sido amantes en otra vida.
Eso no significa que tenga que morir en esta.
Oh, I guess he did squeal. Wow.
Don't mean I'm dying for you in this one.
Wow.
Miami PD's taking you back. They're all theirs now.
Woo! And that prison out there is probably well connected.
Look at June.
It's clever.
I did it for my sons.
Yeah, I'm sure you're motherly. It bothers you, doesn't it? After you beat all those men, some bitch caught you.
I doubt that's what she's thinking.
You've thought about me a lot, haven't you?
Rent free.
Had condos in your head.
About how you would get me into your shitty little life. I haven't thought about you.
Once. Reagan.
And Griselda Blanco ordered you to kill those people?
Yes.
Dang.
Let's go back to the moment when she ordered you to
Wait a minute,
kill
what's
Chucho
that?
Castro.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my fucking God, Janice.
Damn, Janice. Yo, Rivy got a plan, huh? Yo, he did the little skip spin.
Rivy was having phone sex with the DA's assistant.
Wow, that's who that was?
Which means Rivy is no longer a strong witness against you.
Wow.
I knew what he was thinking, but Griselda? He just imploded their entire case.
Rivy.
He knows what he was thinking.
Wow.
Oh, and I have a message for you. From Rivy. De nada.
That damn Rivy.
Sex scandal. After all that, we lose because some secretary got bored with her husband.
Wow. That's how that went down. Are you kidding me?
Yep, that really happened.
Our job is to catch them. And we did that. For a long time, Griselda Blanco can't do shit to anyone.
I mean, it's a small point, but it is a point. Oh, yeah. You know, the get back. Yep.
It's probably Rivy.
It's probably Rivy. Wow. Oh, they just straight up took him, huh? Oh.
Council Christmas.
It's got to be. It's got to be Griselda, right? It's either that or Pablo. Wow.
No, I don't even think they're gonna bring up Pablo. There's no point to bring him up. That's Uber and Ozzy. Where's Dixon?
And Michael.
Cuánto te extrañé.
Wow.
Darío tenía que hacer un trabajo en alguna parte y
Look at the way she looked.
no lo pudo seguir cuidando.
Look at the way, look at
Con nosotros.
Uber was like.
No entienden lo feliz que estoy.
You know good and damn well that Dario never done that.
That look Uber gave was worth $1 million in itself.
Like, he's like, Ozzy, you keep believing in fairy tales.
You finally found a murder to charge me with?
I'm not a detective now.
Oh.
Miss Blanco. Your sons were attacked.
What?
They're dead.
Wow.
Uber was shot in Colombia while he was making a drug deal.
Uber was making a drug deal?
Wow. Only Michael left, huh?
We imagine that they were waiting until your time here was almost done so that this could be as painful as possible.
Wow. Michael.
Your youngest son, Michael Corleone, he's still alive. And he's with Dario's mom in Medellin.
Oh, he in danger.
Can't even deliver the news. Mom to mom.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. She made it to 2012, 69 years old. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, goodness. I know I said in the previous episode, I said it would take a lot for them to fumble this show because they've done such a good job of telling this story. And it pleases me to know that they didn't fumble it. You know, I wouldn't say they like knocked the final episode out of the park, but they just tied up the loose ends. You know, we talked last episode regarding like the importance of the penultimate, and you explained how, you know, a lot of times it's when everything kind of like comes to a crescendo. And we got that. So, you know, all of this was just, you know, let's just finish out everything put it in a nice, neat little bow. And I thought they did that. They did that very well. Overall, I thought the series was stupendous. I think it is a contender for award season. I'll even go that far. I think it's a contender. I don't know if it's gonna, you know, if that's gonna happen because award season is the whole other year away and things get lost to time. But I do think this is one of those shows that is must-see TV. It told a story and humanized somebody who has been considered to be, you know, a gangster, a mobster type monster. And then gave maybe a reason of why. May not be a good reason for most people. She's still a terrible person in my eyes, but at least I got a chance to see it from a human standpoint, from a mom's standpoint as to why she did these terrible things. And it just, you know, it's a fascinating story. So I enjoyed it. How are you feeling regarding this episode and the series as a whole?
You know, I think it's sad. You know, and I knew the story of, you know, that her three oldest sons were all killed. And I didn't know how that was going to play out on screen. And I'm glad that that they didn't show it, that they just, you know, that June came back. I don't know if that's how it really happened, but June came back and told her that, you know, because she still, you know, went to everything she was doing for her boys. And when I get out, we're going to be a family again. And she never got that opportunity. I think she got out of prison 2004, 2005, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Now, you know, at that point, she's 62, 61 years old. I don't know if she ever reconnected or had that kind of relationship with Michael again. You know, because he's older now. He understands who she was, what she did. You know, he may feel some kind of way about his father. Definitely probably feel some kind of way about his brothers. You know, I don't know if he reconnected with her at all. I don't know. I think, you know what I'm saying, especially being so young, being a little boy, that he probably has very fond memories of his mother. And maybe she was a whole different person when she got out of prison. I know he was on a TV show, on some reality show a few years ago. You know, and I think I saw a scene where he spoke very positively of his mother, because to him, she was just his mother. All this other stuff, you said she did or whatever. Listen, he's like, I don't know nothing about that. You know, she made me peanut butter jelly sandwiches and watched Elmo with me. I don't know what y'all talking about. You know, you try to tell him, well, your mother was a monster. Well, I knew my mother. I don't know who y'all talking about. And that's the thing, though. You know, you really, it's long been a saying that, you know, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You can't continue to play with the devil before him coming to collect, you know. And it's unfortunate because a lot of times too, your sphere of influence, the people around you, are the ones who usually end up paying before you do. You know, I think the way that they portrayed this entire series, and it's kind of like you said, where they humanize Griselda, and it almost like at the first half of the season, you kind of rooted for her.
Right.
And it wasn't in what she was doing. You rooted for her to win because you saw how she was constantly done wrong by people trying to get over on her, and even some people that she trusted. But then you saw, I think they did a really good job too of showing her descend into madness. And then you throw the drugs on top of it. I mean, that was one of the best. You know how they used to do them little commercials back in the day, you know, with the Dare to Care programs, and, you know, just say no. Listen, you know, and this is your brain on drugs. Listen, when they show her go loco at that party on everybody, listen, that was the best commercial for don't do drugs. Whenever you do, don't do crack.
It's like, ooh, crack. Ooh, no, don't do that.
You put that together with a couple episodes from Breaking Bad. You was and you missing all your teeth. That don't do meth, don't do crack. You know.
I want to talk about like just performances. And I want to jump on this first. Yo, shout out to the actor playing Revi. That dude, I had no idea who that character was in the whole overall Griselda story and everything. So this was all brand new for me regarding that. That actor played the hell out of that character, man. Like, to me, if there's anybody that may stand a chance of actually doing a better job than Sofia Vergara, and she did a hands down excellent job. If there's anybody that might steal that thunder, is that actor that played Revi. I mean, even to the very end, even when you think he's snitching, in the very end, it's the thank you, you know, you're welcome. The way that he was even doing the phone sex with the girl, like, he just kept that thing about him. I can't even tell you exactly what it is, but he was must-see TV. Every time he was on screen, you had to pay attention. Did you have any standout performances or anything else that just moved you?
No, you pretty much took it. Rivi and Sofia Vergara as Griselda. Listen, Rivi with this, you know, this zesty, you know, you know, at first he was on peyote. I don't know what he was on one, and he was on a different level. And you know, I really, really liked how keeping Rivi around, you got to see that push-pull thing between him and Dario. Like, that was really, really nice to see. And how Dario did become soft. He probably never in his life thought that he would be a father. You know, probably never thought that he would be a married man. So to be able to see that there was somebody else more important than him, you know, because even though Griselda was more important than him and he would lay down his life to protect Griselda, she just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And he saw it, like how it was affecting Uber, Dixon, and Ozzy. But then they were so caught up in it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dixon didn't respect him. And he's like, listen, my son ain't gonna go down this, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing of any parent, any good parent. You want better for your children than you know? And Griselda put that all into the money. But really, at the end of the day, the power was for her. That wasn't about, you know what I'm saying? Because I would love to have a whole lot of money. You know, so I'm not speaking to you directly, Patreon people or YouTube people, but I mean, hey.
Just say
But I would, you know what I'm saying? I have 4 children. I have a daughter, is my second oldest. I would love to be able to provide so much more for my kids. But I understand too that in the particular position that I'm in, I don't make barely any money. But right now, what is valuable to my kids, they're in these teenage years and my youngest is 7, is me, my availability. You know, I'm at their practices. I'm at their games. You know, I had to watch 2 terrible basketball teams play last night while my daughter cheerleaded. I can't get that time back. You know, bless their hearts. I you know, I love all them little babies, but I was there for my daughter. You know, I'm trying to be as active because, you know, with kids too, there's going to be a point where they would rather hang out with their friends or their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever and be without you. So while I'm in it right now, I'm in it. You know, and we all make sacrifices, and a lot of times, you know, you sacrifice and work the job and do what you can to provide more for your family. But I learned early when my kids were little, you know, you go out of your way to provide Christmas and buy all these toys. And I'd be like, look how much money I spent on Christmas. Our Christmas, these kids are going to ball till they fall. And then they take the toys out the box and play with the damn box. I'm like, you know what? You could have had a wonderful Christmas for $20 from Home Depot. I could have got you some damn boxes. Here, play with this duct tape, this silly putty.
Oh, okay. No, I feel that you hit home for me on that one. So a lot of people feel that the gangster narrative is starting to get, you know, what do they call it? Trauma porn. I think that's the term.
Trauma bonding.
Yeah. And, you know, we definitely get a lot of that with Black cinema, a lot of that. And then when it comes to like these gangster films, I'm sure people of Latino descent may feel some kind of way about this. But I pose this question to the people in the comments, you know, how are you feeling about this? You know, is this still perpetuating that? You know, are there other stories that can be told, or is this like a good story that needs to be told, regardless of it, you know, basking in the splendor of violence? I love the show. You know, I feel I don't feel guilty about saying that I love the show, but I think it was fascinating. I'm grateful for it. I'm over here kind of sputtering for kind of stuff. What's on your mind regarding this episode and or just the season as a whole?
I think as a culture we love shock and awe, and it just happens to be that our particular culture, the urban culture, loves gangster tales. because unfortunately, it's the closest thing to reality for us, for those people to go out and get the American dream or whatever it is you call the American dream, go out and chase a bag. Not everybody can hit the jump shot. Not everybody can rap and sing. And unfortunately, too many times it seems like that's all that people think, including some of our own people think that that's all that comes out of our culture. You're fast, you can sing, you can rap, you can, play ball or whatever. That's not all we can do. One of the reasons why the Cosbys, and we're not talking about Bill Cosby, the person. We're talking about Cliff Huxtable, the character.
There is a difference.
Absolutely a difference. One of the reasons the Cosby Show hit in the 80s was because it provided something that we had never seen. Yeah, in the 70s, we got the Jeffersons, and he was moving on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky, and how he had to deal with the man and deal with Whitey while all being arrogant and cocky, because he knew who he was with his little bitty self, But in that, we got to see progress from Black folks, but we didn't get to see the struggle that he went through to get to the progress. But it was still, he owned a business, a dry cleaning business, and he had a deluxe apartment in the sky, a condo with a white, doorman downstairs. The Cosbys gave us something completely different to reach for. This man's a doctor. His wife's a lawyer. They both graduated college, and they have this stable family in this very nice, very expensive house. And wait a minute. You mean to tell me we can have that a part of the American dream? They live in a neighborhood that doesn't have any crime in it. They have a multitude of people coming over of different races. And I mean, there was so much that happened in that show that wasn't like a life that we knew, but it was a life that we wanted. They didn't deal with the overt racism. There was a lot of subtle racism and things like that, but they could take any problem and handle it in half an hour. He was like, God, I want that. I want that for my kids. I want that for our family. And, and then even he gave us a different world where it's like, the importance of going to college, getting your education, then maybe you can get onto the other show and be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a whatever. And that was fantastic. And that did something for the kids of us who came up in that time. But what have we got since the 90s? When gangster rap took over. Because a lot of it's in the music too. If you turn on the music right now today, what is the music telling you? And we could say it doesn't have any sort of influence at all. But what you consume, the type of media you consume has something to do about the influence that it has over you in your life. What positive stuff out? I mean, yes, there's positive stuff out there. There's all types of great, wonderful music and artists out there, but it's not on the airwaves, it's not on radio. And that means something. What we consume as in the movie theaters, what we consume on the TV, it means something. And this is a guilty pleasure for me. I love gangster movies too. But at no point do I think these are good people.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Yes.
And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? As much as you love a gangster flick or whatever, listen, if there's any time that you ever find yourself just as a bystander involved in one of these situations, that will be the farthest thing. You want to be as far away from that as possible.
Yeah.
You don't want, Rivy came in to get a roll of quarters. You don't want to be in the bank when the dude comes in with the gun in his waist for a roll of quarters. You don't want to be in the liquor store picking up something to drink so you can sit down and watch your movie when they come in to finish off German. You don't want to have snuck into a party because you hear this is lit and this is where all the people's at. And then she got people out here butt naked barking like dogs. Like, You don't want no parts of that life.
Yeah.
So we live vicariously through these characters in a lot of movies, and not just this. You know, but unfortunately, this is all we kind of churn out for our people. And by this, I mean BIPOC, like people of color.
Yeah.
These people aren't black, but they are people of color. And that is unfortunate. However, this is a true story. This ain't fiction. So, you know, that's something else. It's worse when we make up stories. But when you take a story based on a real person and events that really happened, you said it earlier, I loved Snowfall. Snowfall is a fictionalized account of real people and real things that happen. Sometimes that story needs to be told too, because the only way you can correct it and not delve into that in the future is by understanding the past and knowing what you and your kids and stuff should not do. The problem is when we glorify this type of stuff.
That part.
And I think by what you see here, if nothing else, for that final scene with June, her whole purpose from the pilot, from the day one, from the start of this, was she was doing this for her boys. And we can all easily look back and say, how'd that work out for her?
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and jump the mic for you. That's a good place to end it. That's a really good place to end it. Just be careful. Like we love these projects. I love Godfather. I love Casino. I love New Jack City, Snowfall, Griselda. But keep it in context. This is not to be glorified. You know, take it for what it is. Take the story for what it is. And please, please, please don't be out there trying to mimic. Hey, thank you all so much for being a part on this entire ride. You know, this has been such a good show. We've enjoyed it. I have had the time of my life doing these projects, man, and doing them with my tremendous co-host, Rekkai. Please let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
On all social media at DiamondMynd, DiamondMynd, because it's all about this right here.
Hey, listen, of course, let us know in the comments what we got right, what we got wrong. And the fun one is always, what did we miss? The story was pretty thorough, but they did leave a lot out. That's what these projects kind of do, and it'll be kind of fun to see some of the things that we did miss. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to catching you on the next project. All right, y'all.